Over the years, many years, I have worked with a lot of humans assigned female at birth. And when it comes to working with our homes, and I work in the home office, the desk is often jammed against a wall in a corner, and there's center of the room empty. And we tune in with the body. The work that I do, I call it Physome. Physome your home and Phys your biz. It's about connecting our home and our souls and our goals. Love it. So we tune into the body, into the quality of thoughts, into our energy, and find where a person feels most comfortable in the room, where they're grounded, not just comfortable, but deeply safe, regulated, grounded, and when it comes to where we work, expansive, open, focused. The body tells us. So we start there, and then we figure out where we're going from there, right? Where do you need to sit to feel that way? And it's often facing the door in some way. In Feng Shui, it's called the command position, but that doesn't listen to the body. That is by architecture and astrology. With Physome, we start with the body, we go with you and where you feel most comfortable. And I am amazed. For years, I could not figure out why so many people were so deeply blocked, and sometimes to the point of panic, of moving a desk, their workspace, into the room, into the middle of the room. And the response has always been, I have to save that space. They could not move their desk into the middle of the room to take up the space. And when I would ask, what are you saving it for? Now, once it was to do yoga in the middle of the room. But by and large, there was no reason that they couldn't give me of why they need what that center of the room space was being saved for. They could not take up that space. And then I started hearing people talk about taking up space in the world. And in this, crush the patriarchy kind of way, right? That we need to take up space, have a seat at the table. And if the table doesn't give us a seat, we could get our own freaking table, right? So that's what it was. It was women assigned female at birth, humans, that just did not feel safe to take up space in the middle of the room. And some over the years have outright refused to. And now looking back, I can see that they also in their lives, and I say this with no judgment, with a lot of compassion and love, they were not in a place that they felt that they could be seen more and take up more space. Literally. So what this desk does of when we sit and we take up space, it becomes a way to practice, to integrate, to literally sit in the feeling, the energy of taking up space. When you turn your desk around, when you move it out of the freaking cubicle with your back to the door and you're in this little spot and you expand yourself to the best you can in the space you have, realistic. But when you can do that, and what I have seen happen when that happens, it's kind of funny how many people have called me and said, Christy, I moved my desk, and usually within 2 weeks. Often big things happen. Not always. can't make a guarantee, but I have seen so many big things happen. And it's funny, I said, yes, there was a string of people who had $10,000 opportunities come to them doing that. But our homes give us this beautiful opportunity to not just practice taking up space, but literally taking up space and getting to feel, to claim that. The moving of the desk, it takes work. It's messy. There's this point where you go like, oh my God, there's like the dust in the corners and the cables and all this stuff, and trying to figure out how to make it aesthetic and beautiful as well as functional. It's worth it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. I'm just going to say it's so worth it. Yeah, taking up space. Taking up space. I keep hearing it, and the place in working with homes for decades now. I am so in awe of what happens when you move your desk, when you take up space. You don't jam yourself into the corner. It also gives you the nervous system regulation that you are in a place where you feel most safe in your body. So when you sit down, you are already in the best possible energy, feelings, mindset. Look at also just paying attention, listening to your body, getting quiet, scanning your body, scanning your mind, just as an observer. How does my mind focus? How is my mind feeling? What are the quality of thoughts? Am I focused? Am I scattered? Some people are very in tune with their bodies, and sometimes people will kind of go like, oh, I already know what I'm going to feel. No, you don't know what you're going to feel. I'm going to say that. You're missing out on feeling and not knowing. Just don't worry about the knowing. Feel. Pay attention. Observe. Now, this is big energy. This is big fucking energy. So sometimes some more gentle, sensitive souls are not always ready to do the big move. So we do it in stages. And sometimes there's a stage of going like halfway, kind of halfway. I'm going to kind of do it. I'm going to move it to a bigger desk. I'm going to move it a little bit out. I'm going to get a desk I love, a chair that doesn't hurt my body. Like make every little big step matters. It's a reclaiming. It's revolutionary. It's really revolutionary. It's breaking the cycle. It's breaking generational cycles of being small and unseen to stepping out and saying, I matter. And that is work that then goes forward. You model that. If you have children, you model it for your children. You model it for the people around you. You do it for yourself. And you do it for the world that you are radiating out your gorgeous energy and light, because we need it more than ever. We need you. We need you so much. Yeah, so sometimes you need to do like a little bridge move. Now, one thing I also say, in this work of Physiome that I do, there are no rules. There are commonalities of what I have found over the years of how most people function. Most people feel most comfortable, the technology of human comfort. But there's always exceptions. One exception, I know quite a few therapists. They all really seem to need to look out a window. They need to have their desk facing a window. And that is something straight on looking out a window, which often means the back is to the door. In that case, you don't want to see the door, because then you're putting your client in the position that they have to watch your back, that you could possibly be startled, and then they have to take the position of like, I got your back, I'm watching for you. And it puts everybody on edge. It again is not fabulously regulating. I've got a class, Desk for Success. I would love to share it with you.